Now, Brazilian satirical cartoonist says he fears he may be assassinated or disappeared after two pro-police Facebook pages encouraged members to harass and kill him. This comes after the cartoonist Carlos Latuf made provocative statements on his own Facebook page, praising a Brazilian boy for killing his parents, both of whom were police officers. Well, we can speak now to Carlos, who joins us via Skype, live from Porto Alegre in Brazil. Carlos, good to have you with us. I know you've had death threats before. You describe yourself as a controversial cartoonist, but this time it's different because you think the threats are coming from the police.
Yes, this is not the first time I'm involved in denouncing police brutality. So I've been receiving death threats along my career, but now it's more, let's say, more clear because they are more organized. Not only the policemen, but also the fascist supporters are organized in communities on Facebook, and they are inciting people to kill me, to offend me, to attack me, assault me physically. So I think now we have more objective opportunity for them to attack me, even in the streets.
So you're clearly afraid for your life. You have, I mean, your work has been, particularly in Brazil, very, very critical of the police and their heavy-handedness.
Yes, I think the big problem is not only my own safety, but is to expose that in Brazil, police brutality is a taboo. You can be in risk, you can be killed for denouncing the brutality of police. So, okay, we can say my comment could be bad taste, but this kind of death threats expose that in Brazil you cannot speak about police or about the police brutality. It's a kind of taboo.
Well, I mean, you raise a good point about bad taste because, I mean, do you think it was right to praise a clearly disturbed child who killed his family, not only his parents, but his grandmother and then himself? I mean, does that help the campaign against police brutality?
Well, the point is, my comment was provocative because my intention was to raise and debate a discussion about the police brutality in Brazil, as I did and many times before, giving interviews or making cartoons. So I think it's very important now to discuss about police brutality in Brazil, especially after the movements, the protesters in June and July. So I think, okay, I've been threatened, but it's a good opportunity to discuss about police brutality and especially the freedom of speech.
And it's not just Brazil, is it, that you've had threats from? Because I know that you've also highlighted the issue of police violence in Egypt and in Israel. So you've also been the target of threats from government supporters in those countries as well.
Well, in a matter of fact, when you decide to be a political cartoonist, you are, touching very sensitive issues. So I've been threatened by the Zionists when I decide to support Palestine. I've been threatened by supporters of SCAF in Egypt. And the list is very long, but also in Brazil. But I think the problem in Brazil is because when you talk about police, you put yourself in very critical risk. It's a shame because Brazil is presenting itself to the world as a democracy. But I cannot imagine democracy when you can be shut down for giving an opinion.
Are you going to carry on giving your opinions in such a controversial way?
Definitely. Because I believe the cartoonist, the political cartoonist, must have the courage to raise very critical, important debates, because if I'm not able to raise this kind of debates, I can be only a plastic artist to make paintings in the wall. I want to make provocative art. I want to make people to think about this.
They're certainly doing that. Carlos, you're a brave man. Thank you very much indeed for speaking with us here on Al Jazeera. Carlos Latouf there in Brazil.